What's up everybody, welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel and today we are going to talk about the game that completely blew my mind, Thunder Road Vendetta. I really didn't think anything about this game. It kind of even don't looked like something that would not be for me, but once I got it, once I played it, I was just blown how much fun it is. It's just hectic fun of car smashing. So let me show you what you get inside this box while I tell you why this game is so great. So first of all, rulebook, we don't need to talk about it. We need a little bit to talk about it. Now I wish the rulebook was more clear on some stuff. So I'm not saying it's bad rulebook, but it's definitely not the best one going on. So in this game you are racing cars and you are racing them on these boards and you will be putting them one after another. So you will be going over this board, some of the spaces you can't go through. Like for example these like mountain spaces, you can't go through them, but you can always go around here on an asphalt or even on this sand, on this mud, but you will be stuck a little bit. But yeah, you will be driving the cars on these boards, and there's also going to be some hazards like oil slicks, and there's also going to be some like just normal road stuff going on. And cars that you are going to be driving over on the road are these cars, and they come in three different sizes. Let me just find all the sizes so I can show you all the cars. There's like a small one, there's like a medium one, and there's like a big one. The difference is that the small ones are really easy to hit, really easy to bump, and the medium ones are of course medium, easy to hit, medium, easy to bump, and the big ones you will have a hard time bumping these cars off the road. It's doable, but it will be a really hard time. And also each player will get one of these choppers with a working spinning blade, which is really cool. And these are just used to shoot at your opponent's cars and try to explode them if you are possible. And you will get one of these boards. This is like a board for your cars where you will like summon the helicopter, or you will put a nitro to your car to go faster, or you can like drift, go on the spaces that you usually can't. You can also repair your car on this board because your car will inevitably get damaged. And each of your cars will get this dashboard where you will put dice to declare how many movements it's going to do. And you will do that by, of course, playing dice, as I just mentioned. So at the start of each round, you will just roll 4 of your dice. This is the dice you have to work with throughout the game, and you can put them on your cars to move them, or you can give them some coast to give them some plus movement if you already moved all of your cars. That's very important, because that's what I was referring at the rules. I really had a hard time figuring out that you can't like play dice somewhere else until all of your cars have moved. You can't put a coast on a car if your other car isn't moved yet. So it's really weird how they said it in a rulebook, but we managed to figure it out. And of course, because I like dice, there's also a bunch of custom dice in this game. So all of these dice are used in situations when you need them. This one is rolled by the first player. This is how many extra spaces you can move if you only moved on the gray spaces on the asphalt. And this is how many extra spaces you can move if you moved only on asphalt. This one is when you are attacking. As I said, if you roll this one, and if it's like this big one, then you manage to hit the big guy. Otherwise, if you rolled something like this, you didn't hit the big guy. And this one is for the, if you do the jumps, if I'm not mistaken right now. I'm a little bit confused what this the one does. And these two are used when you need to like bump a car, when two cars collide. So this is how you determine which car is bumped and where it is bumped. Is it bumped forward, backward, whatever happens to it. And yeah, that's basically the game. There is player elimination in this game, but that's the beauty of the game. So this game lasts until all the tracks went through, or once the first player is eliminated. Then immediately once the player is eliminated, you put, where is it? I had it somewhere over here, but you have this like an end game track that you put, and I can't find it right now, but it was somewhere over here and I can't find it. Oh, it's here. Yeah, I found it. So once some player is eliminated, that means he lost all 3 of his cars. You will put this on the as like the end game board, and whoever gets past it is the winner. And yeah, now why I was blown by this game is just by the hectic fun. If you take this game seriously, you will not have fun. But if you take this game as a light dice chucker with a mayhem on the board, you will have a tons of fun. I really enjoyed every little bit of this game. From all the randomness, from all of it. I know that some people are like, it's too random and all that. But this is just meant to be some, as I say, I will say it again, hectic fun. This is what this game is all about. Just smashing into the cards. When you roll your dice, you immediately start figuring out, okay, how can I do the most damage possible? How can I do the most insane stuff in just few moves? That's all you think about. How can I push? And the thing is, when you are playing 4 players, there's lots of cars on the road, and when you start pushing those cars, they will inevitably be pushed into another car, and then another bump happens. Then you have to resolve, and that can lead to some crazy chain reactions, some crazy stuff going on. These choppers flying around, killing each other. I hit myself on the head because I didn't kickstart this one, because I really liked it. And in the Kickstarter version, there are like these different types of cars. So right now, I have like the base normal game where you just have everybody has the same cars, but there are also like a faction that only has like bikes. So there are like 5 bikes, but they're all small ones, so they're really easy to hit. And I don't know. I just hate myself for not being able to get my hands on those expansions, because there's like one big truck. It's almost like a Mad Max where they're running with the fuel, in a movie. And but then it turns out it's not fuel and all that. But it doesn't matter really. But that's what I like. It's called Big Rig. It's just one big truck comprised of 3 components, if I'm not mistaken. Right now, I'm not really clearly thinking. But yeah, I just absolutely love how they look, and I hate myself for not backing this one. But I will eventually get these expansions in my hand. I will eventually I'm losing words. I will eventually play them and review them on this channel, because Thunder Road Vendetta is great game of hectic mayhem, hectic fun all over the board. It's just insane fun from start to finish. It's just adrenaline. I absolutely love it. It's a Mad Max in a box. So yeah, that's all from me. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing, spending time with me, for supporting me on Patreon. All of that helps out, and I thank you for it. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, pozdrav.